Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. This is according to Albert Einstein. Chapter 4: Fostering Creativity Through Dramatic Play. Here are some key questions. Why do children need experiences in dramatic play? How do we create an environment for dramatic play? What is the teacher's role in dramatic play? How do we integrate dramatic play across the curriculum? Why children need dramatic play? Dramatic play, as used in this lesson, refers to pretend play that children engage in. This kind of play is sometimes called creative play. Thus, drama play, pretend play, and creative play are used interchangeably in the following discussion. In dramatic play, children use their imagination and make up their own dialogues, props, and action. Dramatic play does not require a script. It is spontaneous, just like other types of creative expression. The process is more important than the product in dramatic play. In dramatic play, it helps to promote children's healthy development and learning during preschool years. During dramatic play, children break through the restriction of reality. When children engage in dramatic play, they deepen their understanding of the world and develop skills that will serve them long after they leave school. When children engage in dramatic play, they grow physically. For example, when children pretend a button, clothes, and lace shoes for dolls, they develop fine muscles in their hands and fingers. Socially, dramatic play allows children to recreate life experiences. When children engage in dramatic play with others, they have to negotiate rules, agree on a topic, and cooperate to portray different situations. Emotionally, through dramatic play, children learn people skills and demonstrate more empathy towards others because they have tried out being someone else for a while. And lastly, cognitively, when children engage in dramatic play, they use or they encounter a variety of problems to solve. Furthermore, during dramatic play, children use language and answer questions. They use language that fits the role they are playing. The cognitive skills that children develop during dramatic play are the same skills that they will use in all aspects of their lives long after they left school. Creating an environment for dramatic play. Although dramatic play is spontaneous and child-directed, teachers can set the stage that will spark the children's imagination and start dramatization. Teachers can help children acquire the specific skills children need to pretend at a high level by providing the children a variety of experiences. Teachers help the children gain ideas for make-believe and develop these skills. These skills include role-play, use of props and make-believes, length of time, interaction, and verbal communication. Children need to develop the ability of role-play. They should be able to take a role for someone or something and act them out based on their observation of interpretation of the real thing. Teachers can help children develop the skill to role-play by giving the children experiences during which children get to know about these characters or objects. Children need to develop the ability to use props. Using props enable children to elaborate or extend dramatic play. Providing props in dramatic play area can help children learn how to use them more effectively during dramatic play. Children need to develop the ability to pretend or make believe. Initially, children role-play or imitate simply actions of a familiar person or people or events such as adult members of the family. As they learn about people and things around them, children perform actions as part of their big event. For example, a child may say, I am baking a cake because, well, they have a party tonight. or sometimes they will make believe may include fantasy such as flying dragons, witches, and superheroes. Children need to develop ability to sustain dramatic play in a longer period of time. Children's attention span is short. They are easily distracted. Thus, the time they spend in dramatic play is fleeting. For example, a child may enter dramatic play area, spends on drama in or picks on doll and rock in for a while. The child look up and sees another children or child, so she drops the doll and leaves the area. In the more advanced level, children engage in dramatic play to longer period of time. They may even enact or coherent scenes such as dressing up as a doctor, examining a patient, giving injections or administering medication and prescribing medicine. Children need to develop ability to engage in cooperative interaction. For example, a children agrees to be a bus conductor, so he calls all the passenger, distributes tickets, and collect fares. On the other hand, one would act as a driver and the other as a passengers. Children need to develop the ability to communicate verbally. Initially, the words used are limited only on the use of toys. Later, they begin to use words or praise that related to given role. For example, a child who's playing the role of waitress may use expressions such as, "May I have your order, please? Would you like to see our menu for today? Thank you for coming," and then many more. Developing the ability to engage in sustained imaginative play is very important for children's overall growth and development. Knowing the abilities children need to engage in dramatic play, reap its reward, would help teachers to create an environment conducive in dramatic play. Teachers should take an active role in providing children with experiences that will help children to learn the skills for make-believe. Do this, teachers need to observe and know the children's do and say, so that they can tailor their response to each children's needs. Doing this enable teachers to interact with children and support their play. The dramatic area. How can teachers help children with dramatic play? The first thing teachers can do is to help children with dramatic play is to gather props and set up dramatic play area. Think of a dramatic play as a stage where children can come and assume a role to pretend. Thus, the dramatic play area may then set up as a glossary store or a zoo or a team like at the farm, or use the sea or teams with community helpers and many others. Here are some tips on how to engage or encourage children to engage in dramatic play. Create a variety of real-world situation by providing props and costume. Provide a variety of puppets that children can use individually or in groups. Provide small toys such as miniature farm, animals, cars, people, and building blocks of all kinds to encourage dramatic play. Provide masks and puppets to stimulate imagination is more important. Read or make up participation story. Ask children to dramatize action in the story from where they sitting without using sound. Play pantomime games. Ask children to dramatize familiar actions without using words that have other children guess what is being pantomized. Play a song or read a poem. Ask children to act out the song or poem suggest. Provide picture books for children to browse and to get ideas to make believe. Make children watch educational television or watch video CDs. Take the children to a field trip. Alas, an inviting, comfortable, dramatic play area could easily become children's favorite place at school, with props within each rich and soft textures to lean on or to lie on in a dramatic or quiet area, offer different pleasures and enjoys for active make-believe and play acting. The teacher's role in dramatic play. The teacher's role in fostering creativity through art, music, and movement or dramatic play can be summarized in the acronym AIM, AIM, where A stands for access, I stands for interaction, and M stands for modeling. A stands for access. Teachers provide access to children by helping them explore materials and resources around them. One way of doing this is setting up interest corners, such as dramatic play. Teachers can also use communication boards and devices. I for interaction. It is not enough for children are given access to books, props, and other materials that they needed. They also need to interact with the teachers and other children. For example, while a child is looking at picture books, the teachers can ask questions about the things that the child can see in the book. The teacher can also encourage the child to ask his or her own question. Furthermore, asking children to comment on how they feel about what is happening in a story during storytelling can lead to play acting experiences. M for modeling. They need good models if they are to portray the roles correctly. They need to see older people or children and adults read, write, paint, dance, and perform various roles. Teachers can model different roles during the daily routines. As much possible, children need to be included that we planned the activities for the day. Planning for dramatic play. Aside from space for dramatic play area, providing props and making time in daily schedule for dramatic play, teachers should take a more active role in planning and organizing experiences for dramatic play. Although dramatic play is supposed to be child-initiated, unscripted, and spontaneous, teachers can use dramatic play for children's interest in dramatic play to extend and enrich children's competencies. This may be done by thoughtful planning of the part of the teachers and by taking on facilitative role. Here are some tips in planning for children's dramatic play. Number 1. Decide what you should want the children to learn and understand during and after the activity. Number 2. Observe children as they play and listen to their conversation. Number 3. Use information for secondary sources to augment and enrich children's dramatic play such that dramatic play would generate interest in gathering more information. Number 4. With the children plan a communicating activity to showcase children's work. For example, you can provide props like toy animals and puppets. Providing props for dramatic play. One of the teacher's role is to provide props that children need when they role play. The props need to be not expensive. Teachers can use their creativity and resourcefulness to come up with high quality props using common objects like boxes, old clothes, cups, cooking utensils, puppets, masks, and many more. Using boxes as props. Children can play many roles with boxes as props. For example, a box could be a house, a store, or a tunnel. Here are some tips in selecting and preparing boxes for dramatic play. The boxes should be sturdy enough to withstand constant pushing and pulling as children move from them one place to another to build a house, a barn, or a toy store. Put duct tapes along the seams to make the box sturdy. Also, putting duct tape on the top of the open sides would make them smoother and safer for children. Sharp edges can cause paper cuts. If you wish to paint boxes, use gray, brown, and other dark colors as background. Let the paint to dry completely, then add more designs if you wish. Puppetry and beginning drama experiences. Giving them an experience with puppetry can start them use puppets in dramatic play. Using puppets can introduce even a shy or quiet child to drama, since it is easy to believe everyone is looking at the puppet instead of you. Puppets provide children with countless possibilities to make believe. For example, children sees a finger puppet and slip it on his hand. Once child starts to use puppets to dramatize, magic begins. Puppets allow children to create their own magic. The use of puppets provides children opportunities to create and fantasize, explore another children's personality, release pent-up emotions by taking to an expected companion or puppet, relive and imitate experiences, and build up confidence in expressing their ideas. Puppets need not to be expensive. Teachers can use recyclable materials like old socks, paper bags, popsicle sticks, paper plates, and threading spools and make puppets. Creative drama activities. Here are some activities that could spark children's imagination for dramatic play. Doggy says. The children must be exactly as Doggy says, in a variation of Simon Says. No students has to be out. Teachers use motions inspired by dog or other children. It can be done by children sit or stand in a circle. Teachers becomes Doggy and stands in the center of the circle. Doggy gives instruction like Doggy says, walk like a crab. Encourage students to use their imagination. Reinforce the individuality to each children's motion. This activity is designed to warm up body and imagination. It is a low risk to ensure the success of every child. To build on this activity adds emotion to animal movements. Mirror activities. In mirror activities, children mirror or imitate silently what the teacher does. For example, the teacher can make movements inspired by different activities like fishing, washing clothes, brushing teeth, or many more. Here are some tips in conducting mirror activities. Have the children sit on the floor. Sit on a chair in front of the children. Have the children follow your movements carefully and quietly. Move slowly enough to encourage the good focus. Be creative with the upper body movements. Incorporate exaggerated facial expression. Points and stories for acting out. The following is a collection of poems and teachers can use to start children imagining roles for dramatic play.